My name is Henrik Syse, and I am right now Vice Chair of the Norwegian Nobel Committee, which awards the Nobel Peace Prize. Anyone is eligible for a Nobel Peace Prize. It can be both individuals and it can be organizations. Well, we have a list of who can nominate on our website. I won't go through it all here because it's a relatively long list, but it's primarily people from the academic fields that are relevant to the Peace Prize. It's former Nobel Peace Prize winners, it's current and former members of the committee, it's heads of states and parliamentarians. So have a look at that, but it's quite a broad list. And if you're not on that list, there are people you can contact who are on that list if you have ideas for who should get the Nobel Peace Prize. When Alfred Nobel wrote his will in 1895, Norway and Sweden were actually in a political union. And we don't know why he said that one of these prizes, one of the 5 prizes stipulated in the will, should be handed out in Oslo, but maybe his idea was that we should have something too. Maybe his idea was that Norway doesn't have a foreign policy. It was kind of the junior member of the union, so maybe it's good to give that prize out there. We actually don't know, but when the union with Sweden was dissolved in 1905, it stayed here in Oslo, the Peace Prize. I think it's important for us on the committee to try to follow what happens in the world, to listen to each other as we debate these things and try to find that one person or organization, or at the most it can be 3 sharing the prize, who have actually contributed to peace in the way that Alfred Nobel's will says it. I think COVID-19 has affected almost everyone around the planet, but we have continued our work just as usual. We are fortunately only 6 people on the committee. We can move to another room if necessary to have greater distance between us. We did that for a couple of meetings, but our meeting activity goes on exactly as usual. Well, it's normally the secretary of the committee, who is also the director of the Nobel Institute, who makes the call, and it happens almost at the exact same time as it's being announced, so they don't know on beforehand. Maybe sometimes they get to know through radio or TV or the internet before we manage to reach them. That's the way it happens. And what's most important to tell them then is you have received the prize and something about the reasoning that we give in our announcement. Of course, you have time differences around the world. There's a sweet story when Juan Manuel Santos of Colombia was told that he had received the prize. And from what I remember, his son came into his bedroom and he was still sleeping and he was in his pajamas. That's the way it is, and he was pretty surprised. I would say, whether you aspire to become a Nobel laureate or not, try to work for understanding and peace between human beings. Try to take as your point of departure exactly where you are. If you look at the different Nobel Prize winners, they come from many different walks of lives, many different backgrounds, but they have tried to do something for peace and goodwill between human beings where they are. No, I cannot give you any hints for this prize. There's a secrecy clause in our rules that says that I'm not allowed to say anything about what happens during the meetings. But the good thing is, the conclusion is completely public. So at 11 o'clock this year, that's in Europe time, Oslo time, in Oslo on October 9th, it'll be announced. So just tune in and you'll know.